Hey guys, and happy end of October. This month literally flew by. I usually have very slow months, or I don't feel them like rushing by, but this has been utterly crazy. And November is really exciting for us because we have tons of stuff going on. A lot of Alex's friends, like family friends from overseas, are coming. We're gonna go see how the Grinch stole Christmas and all this really cool like festive stuff. But I still kind of want to hang on to fall for a little bit longer. It snowed a tiny bit last week, so hopefully it just won't. Hopefully it got out of its system and we're good. But today I'm talking about October favorites, and I haven't done an October favorites video or any favorite video, specifically not this one, but any favorite video for probably 3 or 4 months. Because in my mind, when I first started YouTube, favorites videos were all about beauty products. And I still love beauty products, and I have 2 to share with you in this video. But my life is kind of like really happy with my beauty routine, and I'm kind of venturing off into other realms. And you know how much I love planner stuff, and there's a couple other nerdy things in here. So I'm just really excited. I think I'm going to just film favorites videos the way I want to film them and not have to worry about having beauty stuff. I'm just going to talk about whatever. So let's do this. The first thing I'm going to talk about, I am so excited about, and I never thought I would be into this sort of thing, but Alex has been really into comic books for 3 or 4 months now, like reading every single one. He has an app on his phone that he can read like all the Marvel comics, and it's kind of crazy how much he reads, and he's always talking about it. He's super excited for the Doctor Strange movie to come out next year. So as a supportive fiance, people have to have their own things, right? Like Alex and I talked about this in a live stream. You need to have stuff that's like specifically yours in the relationship, but the other person has to take interest in it. And so I tried really hard, and I found a comic that I love so much. It's called The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, and this is the collection of the first 4 comics. So I actually have every single individual comic up to 8, but this is a collection of them. And she is basically just a girl who has squirrel blood in her, and she never loses. So either she actually defeats the bad guy, or she like talks them out of it. Like, she has defeated so many people, and she's just so cute. She's going to college. She's like a regular girl, and I think this comic is such a good comic for people who aren't into comics. I definitely am not a comic book person, but this makes me want to read so much more, and I actually picked up another like series like book. I really like the book style of them. You can kind of just, you don't have like 20 pages and you're done. You get like an actual substantial thing to read, but it's such a empowering comic for women. I think it's not like, oh, save me, Captain America. Oh, it's like, I'm Squirrel Girl, I'm going to kick your butt and eat nuts, and it's amazing. And I definitely recommend you at least read the first one. It's lovely. It's a lovely comic, and the drawings are just, it's so fun. It's just so much fun. Next up on the nerd train is my favorite board game lately, and ironically enough, I've never won. Alex is so good at this game, and usually I'm gonna sound like a board game snob here, but if you don't win a board game, you're kind of like, it's okay, I enjoy it, but winning a game makes you like it so much more. So that's just telling you how much I love this game, because I've never won. I've usually come in like 2nd or 3rd place, but it is just so much fun. The game is called Takinoko, and you are a gardener, and the emperor has given you a panda, and you can, I'm really bad at explaining things, so you can decide, okay, let me restart. So the basic premise is you want to get points, and the most points wins, and you can get points by doing different things. You can either be the gardener and growing bamboo to like different heights and specifications, like certain colors, and that can give you points, or you can arrange the garden in certain ways. That also gives you points. Here's some examples. That you can grow them a certain height, you can arrange them, or you can be the panda and you can eat certain colors. So you get to pick different cards for different tasks that you want to do. All the while, everybody else is completing tasks and, what is it called? Objectives. And you just have a whole lot of good root and toot and fun. It's such a simple game. Not in the way it's like designed and the thought process and the game's dynamics, but the concept of it isn't flashy. It's such a genuinely good, solid, family fun kind of game. It is kind of complicated. I would say you could play it with your family, but you do really have to plan like 4 or 5 steps ahead. So you'll be trying to figure out like, okay, I need this bamboo over there to grow 3 tall. All the while, people are using the panda to eat that bamboo. And it's just so much fun and so much strategy. That's why I think Alex is probably really good at it. He's just like a king of strategy. But it's such a fun game, and the box is so cute, and it's designed just so well. Another thing I have been loving lately is baking, and I've been on and off with baking for probably 3 or 4 years, and I'm back on again, and I'm loving it so much, and I attribute my love to it to this cookbook, or this baking book, I guess, 1001 Cupcakes, Cookies, and Other Tempting Treats. So this cookbook I've had in my collection, I don't even know how long. I just was like, okay, I'm gonna bake something. I really wanna bake something. Alex was gone on his hunting trip, and I decided that, like, I'm gonna figure this out. And I always feel a lot of pressure. Like, if I screw up, I don't want people around to know I screwed up, if that makes sense. So I took this cookbook out, and I found tons that I loved. I tagged a bunch of them. And it's not an easy cookbook. It's not one that you're like, I've never baked anything before. They definitely have recipes in there that are easy and the instructions are very clear. But I decided to make cinnamon rolls, and it was the like real deal. I had to cut parchment to line the bottom of the tins. I had to make the filling. I had to make the glaze. But it was not so hard that I felt like this wasn't for me. And afterwards, I created some seriously amazing cinnamon rolls. And I have a few other recipes that I know I have the supplies for. But it's just so much fun. And I think now that planning and like all that, like beauty stickers, all that stuff that was once a hobby is kind of turned into like my full-time job, having something that I just do for myself or I just do for fun really helps to calm you down. Like, you need a hobby. So when your hobby becomes your job, that's like the best thing that could ever happen to you, but you still need a hobby. And baking has been so much fun, and I can't wait to try other recipes. Like, in this cookbook, it tells you how to make English muffins and bagels. What? That's crazy to me. Like, things that you're just like, oh, I'll buy it from the store, you can actually make. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but I never considered that. On the same vein, I've been really loving The Great British Bake Off. I don't know why I haven't watched it. I feel like I was going to eventually, and I just never did. So that kind of spurred the let's bake again. And it's crazy because they made English muffins in one of the episodes I watched. And I was like, wow, that's seriously advanced stuff. And then my cookbook was like, you can make them too. So I'm having a great time. On to planner bits, because you know I have to talk about what is my hair doing on my neck today? It's just like, let's look awkward. So I have to talk about planner stuff because it's basically my entire life. So I'm in love with this guy. Can we talk about this? It is a monster pencil case, and he like eats the pens. You can see him in his belly. And there are tons of different colors, and I just really like this one. I'm really into navy right now. Navy and white, as my wedding colors are. My navy's a little darker, but that's beside the point. But it's just like so cute. And so we have them in our shop, and I am in love with them. A couple of people have ordered them already, and I'm just so excited for them to get them, because they came out probably 2 weeks ago by the time you see this video, and we still have plenty in stock. So if you're interested, oh my god, it's so perfect. And it's like a really nice texture, and it can fit like the amount of pens you'll definitely need to like carry with you. I have the Totoro one that I'm obsessed with, but I can jam that full of stuff I definitely don't need. So I like the fact that this is smaller, so I can keep everything together and not like overpack my pens. But he is so cute, and he's just eating the pens. I'm also desperately in love with my Boo cover. Erin Condren is so smart. She knows that like you buy a planner once a year, but you want to switch your covers for the holidays and seasons. And I love that. I love that you can just switch around the cover, and it's a brand new planner and a brand new experience. So I'm quite excited for my Thanksgiving ones to come in so I can switch them after Halloween, which is like tomorrow when this video goes live. So that's crazy. Alex and I are going to, we've never done a couple's Halloween costume before, so I'm very, very excited. And he is going to be a shark, and I'm going to be a lifeguard. And the really sad part was I was a lifeguard like for 5 or 6 years. It was my first job. So I had tons of lifeguard shirts and I got rid of them all. So I had to buy one, which was like really depressing. On to the beauty bits, and I only have 2 things to talk about. The first is a skincare item, and it is the Body Shop's Vitamin C Facial Cleansing Polish. And I've probably talked about this over the course of the last 3 years because it's the kind of like, what is this? Cleanser? That's what it is. It's the kind of cleanser that is just so good. It's solid. It has no fuss to it. It smells like oranges. It wakes you up when you massage it on your face, and it has little beads in it that aren't too abrasive. It is just the best cleanser. I don't know why I'm struggling with that name that I've ever tried, and I always come back to it. Like, I'll try other things, but this is the product that I know my skin enjoys. It doesn't dry it out, and it's just amazing. So I thought I would talk about it again because it's been a minute since I've professed my love to it. The last favorite of the month of October is this gorgeous palette by Butter London. And Butter London just keeps impressing me. I always thought they were like strictly a nail polish brand, but they have come out with some amazing makeup products, and this is one of them. So this is I forgot what the name of it is, like Shadow Charm something. It's the shade Natural Charm. I do not remember the actual name of this. Wow, I'm terrible. But it's kind of like a palette that you can mix and match the shades. Like, you buy the initial palette, but then you can buy little shadows that you can click into it. So this is Natural Charm, and it is one of those like solid basic neutral palettes that I'm obsessed with. I am wearing it today and I love it. I'm very much a like, once you find an eyeshadow thing that works for you, I just stick with it. And this falls into that category so well. It has a very nice champagne-y shade, and then I can do like a darker outside, and I love it. The packaging is so sturdy. This mirror is humongous, and the brush in it is actually really good, which is always surprising. And I'm just so excited about this. And every color I'd wear, like even the green, I would totally wear that. And it's such an amazing palette, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see what else they come out with. So that is it. Those were my October favorites. It feels good to be back into the favorites game. I feel like I took a hiatus for a while. It was a dumb choice, and now I'm back, and it's awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already for a lot of different videos. I never pick the same video for playing with me's, for beauty videos, for vlogs. Just subscribe and you'll get to see it all. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!